It's just when you find a game, Okay, so I figured, hey, I haven't done a review for a while, and oh my god, it's March. That means on Xbox Live, I get new free games. So I was like, oh my god, what game am I getting this month? Styx, Master of Shadows. I've seen this game before, and what I mean seen it, I've seen like the cover of it on the Xbox store or even the Steam store. But it had mostly positive reviews, so I was like, you know what? Okay. And for free, it sounded like a steal to me, you know? It's like getting every game on the planet for free. Except not. So as soon as you start off this game, you get this cool monologue from this guy with decent voice acting, talking about how, humans like to keep things locked behind things to, protect people from those things and keep it from them because they need to harvest its power, and basically, yeah. I want to go ahead and get all the positive things out of the way about this game. The atmosphere was really good. About half of the voice acting was pretty good. Most of it. And the story kind of interested me a little bit. But I can't really go into detail on the story because I was so frustrated with this game that I only got to put a few hours into it. Why the fuck would you review a game that you haven't even beaten, you scrub? You know what? If I could make a review about Undertale where I'd only done the neutral ending so far and hadn't done the pacifist and genocide runs yet, then I think that I probably won't stick by my opinion. Because I gave Undertale, from what I know about the neutral run, a 10 out of 10. And now I would probably give the game like a literal 11 out of 10. Not an 11 out of 10. It's the same score. Still a 10 out of 10. This game I could not finish. Well, why, Ryan? So what is Styx, Master of Shadows? It's a stealth game where you usually play in sort of castle-type areas, which good atmosphere. Good atmosphere and all that stuff, and it's a stealth game. What else can I say about this game? It's a stealth game. It's a stealth game! Now, I love stealth games. But the thing is, this game falsely advertises itself. It's an infiltration title with RPG elements! It had me in RPG elements. Because there are like a lot of good stealth games that actually do have RPG elements, like Deus Ex, Dishonored. So I figured, hey, those games are really good, so this one must be. But it's not. For one, it falsely advertises pretty difficultly, saying, it has RPG elements. How does it have RPG elements? This is a full quarter balls to the wall stealth game. There is nothing that resembles an RPG here. And no, there's nothing wrong with straight up stealth games. I just don't like how this game falsely advertised. So Ryan, why don't you just go ahead and stop and just start talking about the gameplay instead of just saying it's bad, but just singing its praises and calling a few false advertisements? Well, this game is free for a reason, I'll tell you that much. As soon as I booted up the game, I noticed how ugly it was. Like, there were a few scenes where it was kind of pretty, like that big tree with that amber, that supposed, like, huge thing that's, like, supposed to be, like, the main, like, secret conspiracy thing of power that, like, the humans have, but they can't harvest because they need the help of the elves or some bullcrap like that. Well, that's the only thing in this game that I found very pretty. For one, Styx, the main character, is so ugly. I get it, he's like a goblin or something, but they could at least make him look cool. And I do actually have one good thing to say about this game. Is that, like, when you're, like, in light and you're visible and stuff, like, your arm is just kind of like, a green arm. But when you're out in the dark, your arm has a tattoo and it kind of, like, glows this golden, aura. And I know it seems like a simple little thing, but it really makes you feel really weak and insignificant whenever you're outside of your element. So I thought that was cool. Ryan, you need to go into detail on why the game sucks. Oh, I've already said the game is very ugly. I know graphics don't really matter, but, still, it's worth noting. Especially considering apparently this game came out in 2014. The AI in this game is really bad. Like, remember when I said that, like, half the voice acting in this game is good? Well, it's because half the voice acting in this game is Styx, and the other half is just the human guards that you run around. And it's not even that Styx's voice acting is really great, like, it's decent. That's basically all that I can say about it. But the enemy guards' voice acting, oh my god. When innocent people see you, they'll scream just like this, exactly like this. Ah! A monster! Just like that! I'm not even exaggerating the amount of stupidity and just little effort that they put into their roles. Okay, Ryan, as much as you said, this game could still be like a 9 as long as the gameplay's still good. Which I still keep going off track. The AI is garbage! Okay, so you have a little ability in this game to where you can send a clone out, and it was a really good concept. It's not that useful, but it seemed pretty fun. The thing is, the clone is more of a burden than anything else. It's something that you don't want to use. You know why? Because, yeah, you can use that clone to distract the enemy, but if you just so happen to be in an area where any guard would be able to see your little toe sticking out, like any amount at all, like they could see you through a tiny little window, if they spot that clone and you are the tiniest bit in vision, they're gonna instantly know exactly where you, not your clone, is. They're gonna kill your clone, then they're gonna come chase you. Well, luckily, it's really easy to get away in this game, because how fast you move. Except, you always have to get a clear line of sight, children, because they will throw throwing knives at you. Escape in this game is practically impossible if you're not at some high point, because they just constantly throw knives at you. Okay, Ryan, why don't you just take your dangers head on? No, I don't wanna. I would honestly rather get stabbed in the back with throwing knives than do the combat system in this game. I would honestly just rather them have some generic Skyrim style, swordplay, instead of just whatever that is. Basically, it's a parry system. All you have to do is you have to press X when he attacks to parry, and when you parry him enough, you kill him. The thing is, the game has such a difficult time trying to figure out if you're trying to parry or not, which doesn't make sense, because what other reason could I be using that button for? Half the time it doesn't work. I mean, I guess they had to limit it to make sure that people wouldn't just spam parry, so that they wouldn't just never get hit, and they'll just go through the entire game without taking a sip of damage. But they could have found ways to make it a lot better. If you just come out a little bit while stealthing, you're going to be instantly seen, everyone's going to be on you, and then you got to engage in combat. As well as the fact that the only real way to get rid of enemies, considering that this game is very linear, and not just in level design and, open worldness, but I mean the way that the game makes you play is incredibly linear. There's no option of, well, you could kill everyone you see, or you could be a better person and try not to murder, and try to murder as little people as you can. Little people as you can. And games like Dishonored give you this option, and they encourage murder. Kind of. They encourage murder through advertisement, but not in the game. It's hard to explain what Dishonored does. The only real way to get around an enemy, or get rid of an enemy so you can go by, is to just find a way behind them and then just murder them. Which is... Level design in this game is terrible. It's way too open. You're constantly gonna get spotted. No, I'm not yelling at the game for being challenging. I'm yelling at it because... I'm not yelling at it for being challenging. I'm yelling at it because it's challenging in the wrong way. This game's gameplay in general is just really... the gameplay is bad. Starting off, you're gonna be like, oh, whatever, it's kind of fun. 10 more minutes, I swear to God, you are going to be uninstalling the game. Don't download this game. If you want to buy it for $5, okay, do that. But go anything over that? No. If you insist on playing this game, I really recommend that you just play it while it's free on Xbox Live. That's almost the only state I can recommend this game in. So, Ryan, what are you going to score the game? Well, my review system goes as such. If it is a gold dolphin, that is a 9.3 out of 10 or higher. If it is a silver dolphin, it is an 8 to 9.2. Bronze dolphin, 6.5 to 7.9. Bronze whale, 5 to 6.4. Silver Whale, 4 to 4.9, and Gold Whale, anything below a 4. So Ryan, what do you have to rank this game? I will rate this game a 4.7 out of 10. The game's gameplay is just really, really, really bad. I mean, I guess, like, it's not a horrible, buggy mess, but its execution is just so sloppy and just really generic, and it's just not good. This game is mediocre at best. Yeah, the atmosphere and the story was kind of interesting, but yeah, that's it. I guess I could also, commend it for not being an ultimately just disgustingly buggy mess, but yeah. Other than that, those are basically the only good things I could find in this game. I guess if you're just desperate for a stealth game, play this, but for no more than $5. Stay wet.